Hi, my name is Amy Cassandra Martinez with Hollywood First Look, and we're at the LA premiere of Lisa Frankenstein, starring Kathryn Newton and Cole Sprouse. Let's take a first look.
Are you hot burning me? Lisa! Does he have more of a basketball bod or a football bod?
He doesn't play sports. I tend to his grave. I talk to him. I wish I was with you.
That's really weird, Lisa.
Okay, so from Jennifer's Body to Lisa Frankenstein, what do you think is the key to making a successful movie about horror-y people, but with women at the front not being weak?
Honestly, I would say that if there is a secret, which I don't know if I have one, but I would say it's authenticity, because I write a lot of these movies, as fantastic or weird as they may seem, and by fantastic I mean offbeat. It comes from like my own experiences as a woman and the anxieties that I have, the things that I've gone through, you know, relationships that I've had. So for me, it's all about just like putting as much of my real self into the things that I write.
Awesome! Yay! This is so exciting. How do you feel?
I mean, at this exact moment, really nervous, but that's to be expected, I guess.
I want to know, what was the first memory you have of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster and learning about that?
I'll be honest, it was probably actually young Frankenstein. I grew up watching a lot of Mel Brooks, so the whole putting on the Ritz and that version of Frankenstein was probably my first.
You hear that?
I'm sure it's the girl next door. She's very odd. Your hand? I can't believe you're here.
I actually learned it from my mom many, many years ago. My mom is from Europe, so I heard a lot about Dracula and all those like OG monsters. So when I heard the script originally, I was like, is this gonna be like a girl Frankenstein monster? Like, what's going on here? And it was so cool to hear how, you know, Diablo Cody totally just made this universe and this beautiful, funny, horror, scary, just creation.
Tell us what you thought when you first heard about this project. I mean, it sounds bonkers. So
Yes, I know. I was like, when I finished reading the script, I was like, I have to do this because it's exactly the type of film that I would personally enjoy watching, and I've always wanted to do some, like, work on a genre that I personally like enjoy as an audience, because my background is I did a lot of romantic comedies and dramas, and I never really delved into like the suspense kind of horror comedy type of genre, and I really just enjoyed reading how like crazy the story could get. It's like totally out of this world, and I love that. I love going into a world that is completely like unrealistic and just having fun, just being like your goofy self. And it was also set in the 80s, so we got to wear really awesome costumes, and the set design was crazy.
Tell us what it was like working with Carla Gugino.
Oh my gosh, she is an amazing actress. When I found out that I was going to be playing her daughter, I was like, I'm not worthy.
What do you love about playing characters like Janet and like those in the horror world that you couldn't play otherwise?
Well, I would say, you know, it's funny because I never gravitated towards the horror genre specifically in making my decisions. I just like people who do what they do well. And then it turns out that there actually is, I think some of our most interesting storytelling is in horror right now. I think that what allows, I think in both comedy and horror, and this movie actually has both, is that you have a heightened sense of reality. So you have to deliver in certain ways. You have to deliver scares and you have to deliver laughs. And once you've done that, you can be as smart as you want to be about anything and as insightful as you want to be. And so I think oftentimes, if you have a straight up drama, your heart, its heart is on its sleeve, and that's a beautiful thing too. With something like this, you're telling such a heightened tale that you can kind of slip in messages, things like, you know, you see Cole Sprouse's character, he's literally putting his body back together, and Kathryn Newton's character is putting herself together. She's finding her sense of self. So in truth, they're both becoming more whole throughout the movie, but it's done in a super entertaining, fun way where you're not even thinking about it, but that message comes through. So
I want to know, what was your favorite part about training for such an interesting character?
Yeah, I got to work with a mime. That was fun. He had a license plate that just said speechless. It's pretty great, isn't it? No, I had a lot of fun. I fell in love with it a lot more than I anticipated I would. Did that for about 3 to 4 months, and I'll probably end up going back just to get the actual miming stuff down, because I'm like, that's fun.
In the horror realm, I love that everyone can relate to what it feels like to be misunderstood or afraid, and I think that's an overall theme of horror, is the feeling of fear. We can all relate to that, no matter who you are, where you come from, and I think that's what attracts so many of us.
You are being admitted inpatient lockdown.
I could get the clink for life or the electric chair, but I don't want to die a virgin.